Hi, Harsh. How are you?
I'm pretty well. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. So we're at the Middle East School Leadership Conference at Upgrad. It's day one. Thank you so much for taking time out of a busy conference. It's a bustling conference. Thank you for being here. How has it been today meeting delegates, meeting school leaders?
And this is the great part about doing an event at the Vibe. You tend to meet so many different cultures. It's a diverse sort of group of educators that you're meeting. And this is one event that we're really looking forward to in the past couple of months. So yes, I think it's been a fabulous job this morning. And I think people have been constantly coming to us very intrigued about what we're looking forward to the next 24 hours as well.
Amazing. So the theme of the conference is leadership legacy, the concept of leading forward.
Yes.
Upgrad and your journey in terms of leadership legacy. Tell me about that.
Sure. So Upgrad was founded back in India in 2015. And it's been about 8 odd years since today, and professionals, because that's been our main sort of idea on forming a system that we currently have in place. Upgrad essentially has high value skill development programs in the form of credible. These are via university partners from across the world. So it could be the US, it could be France, Germany, Australia, and so on. As of today, I think Upgrad has close to about 10 global offices outside of India. And within India itself, we have close to about 30, 25 odd offices. Our workforce has increased 100 folds, and we are each day waking up with the same commitment of really creating an impact in our learners' lives.
Amazing. So that concept of a lifelong learner and helping the sector. So we talk about this event, which is international education, school leaders to gain the qualifications they need to move on to higher roles, and not just move on to higher roles, not just career progression, but to gain the confidence that comes from the knowledge, skills, and understanding of completing a structured course. Tell me a bit about the lasting impact that Upgrad hopes to have on the education sector.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, but I think in our words, I think we're very humble in the way we've started, and we have one very simple goal in mind. We have a ton of products, and when I say products, I refer to them as programs. So we have a ton of programs that are accredited for working professionals, be it corporates, entrepreneurs, and so on. And it's fairly overdue that we wanted to create something on the lines of helping the teaching community. And that's where we launched 3 programs.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not one, but 3. And then, the first one be the Masters in Education, which is MED, super
MED
popular
program
for teachers that are just at the grassroots level trying to build up their careers.
Or middle leaders who are thinking about becoming a principal, because principals in the UAE need an MED.
Absolutely. So we have the ED for those sort of leaders, future leaders in a way. So people that are in the mid stage wanting to move up the ladder, become principals, leaders of tomorrow. We have an ED in place, and then we are probably the only option that we in the region. And I think we're very proud to announce this. We also have a dual sort of vertical program between the MED and the ED, which essentially means it's a compressed program of 13 months. You end up graduating with an MED and an ED from HB College.
And you mentioned off camera that it's an accessible fee point.
Absolutely.
That the intention is to help as many students and educators and learners as possible across the world. I must say, I had not heard about Upgrad, but I certainly would be interested to explore the programs you have. And Harsh has been really lovely in the way that he's explained the impact that Upgrad is having on the education sectors, teachers and educators, to think about the options that are available, and if they are committed to their own leadership legacy, to check out some of the programs that you have on offer and see if they align with their goals for the future.
Absolutely. For us, what's important is for a teacher or an educator to commit themselves to the duration of the program. We don't want them to worry about the finances. I always tell this to each and every educator or each and every teacher that I need: leave the finances to us. We'll help you in every way possible. As low as, I don't know, to take up an NT program, it would be as like 1600, 1700 dirhams a month.
So you have like options to
absolutely.
spread the cost. I think there's a lot of leaders there who come to the UAE with the intent to save. And sometimes the decision to invest in a program is offset by, do I save or should I invest in a program? So having the affordability of being able to split the cost and having those options, I think might be really useful for some leaders and educators to consider your program. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. Any last message about leaders thinking about wanting to upskill who think you've spent the money, there's options, any other negations?
Absolutely. I think what's important for each and every leader that's watching us today is trying to understand that AI is going to be part of our lives. The sooner we adopt it, it's just going to make our lives easier. And there are few industries that are going to get impacted with AI, education being one of them. And, we have the government of Dubai that's promoting AI active. We have the AI week coming up in April, right?
Yeah.
And then a few days ago, the Abu Dhabi government announced something on the lines of them becoming completely AI independent in 2027. We also have Vision 2030 happening in Saudi that's having active adoption of AI. So it's the flavor of the season. I think irrespective of somebody wanting to upskill or not, I think this is the time, it's the need of the hour for you to understand and adopt AI in your teachings, in the way you function. If there's a way for you to upskill yourself, to work around tools of AI, nothing like it. And we're really encouraged.
I think what you're trying to say is that AI and all the generative tools that are there, LLMs that are there, they're here to stay.
Absolutely.
And so if teachers are less confident by the pace of change, if they aren't maybe embracing a structured form of learning that enables them to gain the confidence, the skills to incorporate this innovative, disruptive technology that's come our way, innovation that's come our way, it may be a problem moving forward because you'll be extinct.
Not really,
but extinct.
I think that's what everybody said when the internet came along, right?
Yeah, that we're going to be extinct.
Yeah,
I think humans need humans, right?
And everybody said that when e-commerce came along as well. That was going to do the other brick and mortar stores.
Sure.
But clearly there are two ecosystems that are thriving together.
Yeah, the human ecosystem, and then you've got the work that we do. But I think by not having those skills, the skills to, you've got the human development side of things where children are being developed by teachers, and then leaders are developing teachers, and then all of them are developing community.
Yes.
Without being upskilled in where the trends are moving in technology and innovation, some teachers may lack confidence to do that best in an integrated way. So I think you make a very valid point that if we are not staying up to pace, not in an urgent way, but in a very structured way with the developments that we all face, it might be the same as, for example, maybe 30, maybe even longer than 30 years ago, where someone said, everyone's going to have a laptop. And there's people still using pen and paper.
The typewriters are one of our eyes. What will they do?
Yeah. But then there's someone who said, no, I'm never going to use a laptop. I'm always going to use the typewriter. And now the typewriter is extinct. That's what I meant by extinct. That the typewriter is no longer even available. But now everyone's using laptops. And then we move forward to tablets, other things. Or I can't imagine what's going to be there in the next 10 or 15 years. But thank you so much for bringing a really important point. And the key point that I've got from you is that upskilling in a structured fashion, on a formal accredited program for things like AI, will support the education sector. So to encourage more teachers and educators to go on accessibly priced programs like yours will lead to them being more confident and be able to support the sector best.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with?
No, I think we're looking forward to be in this region. And I think we're having the Ramadan season coming around, is for Ramadan, and looking forward to welcoming as many educators as possible into the region.
Thank you so much, Harsh. Thank you so much. And Upgrad is definitely now in my ecosystem of things, of places I can signpost for people to think about courses, particularly in the technology space. Thank you so much.
A pleasure. Thanks so much for that.